In order for a relationship to work in the long term, I think it's important for two full person to come in together. Two people that have their like life together, you have goals, you have your own interests, you're not overly reliant. That's like the key to a long-term relationship.
It's kind of treating yourself the way you treat your friend, because I also think when you love your friend, you also understand that they have shortcomings. You just accept it as part of them. And I think it's the same thing for yourself.
I've been with my partner for more than 2 years.
Wow.
So it's something that we've like talked about a lot. Conversation, communication is almost essential.
Welcome to another episode of Yana TV, where we have authentic conversations with impactful and conscious people of Asia. And today in the studio, we have an US student, and we're going to talk about love and relationships. And let's see what else comes up. We have Gloria, Vidushi, and Jimmy. My first question, what is love to you?
I think that love is an action. I think it's a verb. I think it's about effort. I think it's about building, and I think that takes time. And so I come from a place where I believe that love is mobile and it's mobilizing. Yeah.
Wow.
There's lots of different definitions depending on what kind of approach you go from. Because then you have different kind of spheres and everything. Because now love is very linked to relationships and like marriage, let's say, a lot of the time, family. Maybe that wasn't really the case last time because marriage is more economically driven.
Yeah.
Now it's obviously different because you have changing society. Then there's also some people who are more traditional about it. And there's some people where love is really like very just romantic. So it depends, but I guess it's active because then you have to, you can't just, I guess you can love somebody from afar, but then it's not very felt, right?
Did you love anyone from the far, Gloria?
From afar?
Yes.
I was gonna answer the question, but in more layman terms
Oh,
compared to the two.
Okay.
So
I'll give the
wanted
politics major, let's go.
No, I wanted to share like my own experience and the types of love that I've experienced throughout my life. So I have the most experience in platonic love and familial love. So by that I mean recently, like just yesterday, I was on a call with my mom and I was talking about my friends and I was raving about how much I think my friends do for me. And I guess that's one form of me recognizing platonic love. And in that sense, I was sharing with her about how I feel like ever since, like my friends in the 4 years that I've now met them, because that's our university journey, a lot of them have adapted ways of like interacting with me in ways that make me like comfortable.
and
So for example, I'm a hygiene freak. So I don't like sharing saliva. And now my friend's like, without me even having to tell her, she takes like her own plate and she like takes her own chopsticks, like separate from the one she's using to like take food from the communal plate. And I feel like it's really in the small actions that show me like love.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was very cute.
If we just turn into the romantic aspect of love, what do you feel is important in the romantic love to really be there for a long time?
The easiest answer is like compatibility, right? In terms of how you communicate, what your values are, where you want to go in life.
And being able to do that, communicating, gets you to a place, that's like a hard skill, I think, but that gets you to a place of understanding. But I think it does boil down to being able to like pull through and sort of like, whether it's in terms of like showing respect or like listening or having a shared sense of like understanding of your partner, of yourself, of the relationship, how you're growing and being together.
Are you in romantic relationships?
Yeah, so I've been with my partner for more than 2 years.
Wow.
So it's something that we've like talked about a lot, especially early on in our relationship, and it's something that we like kind of like continue to hash out. I think conversation, communication is almost essential.
Yeah, with my abundance of experience.
In platonic love.
Yeah, in platonic love. I think that it's a lot about like compromising along like across time, because this is taking from like, I've spoken to people a lot older and with their marriages and heard about their experience as well. And I hear this a lot, which is that love like dies after some point, when you're with someone
Like
for
the
such,
feelings, right?
exactly, like the feel, like the passion, that passionate feeling that you once have. I feel like it slowly fizzles out for most people. But in that sense, I feel like it's also about like compromising. It's learning to give, it's learning to take as well in a relationship. So it's going back and forth.
It's also having the faith that your partner will always have your best interest in heart and also their own best interest. So they won't let you like, let's say maybe you transgress some of their boundaries, they won't let you do that continuously. They'll communicate about it. And then you also like have faith that you both grow into people and make space for each other in the future, right?
This is beautiful. Like when I look at, I don't know, like my generation couples who are together and usually they have kids already.
Yeah.
Some of them do grow apart. I mean, that's also common. That's why we have so many divorces. But many also just stay together, and it's kind of, it transforms into something else. And then maybe it is not like a butterflies in the stomach when you're 16 or 17 or 20, but it's like a very grounded inner feeling of commitment and space and place together, where it's also almost, I would use the words where the soulful connection.
Yeah.
Where like you know why you're together, and it's much bigger than anything else that life is throwing at you. And I guess if you do want to stay for life, which is going to be my next question, let's say people want to stay together in their romantic connection for a longer time, what is the secret?
So I think like it's hard to say like one thing, you know, and so I feel like the word that best like describes understanding.
And I love how you said also it's sort of giving each other space to evolve and maybe change, because often if we are staying together for a longer period of time, the person that we kind of felt connection and love with, maybe 10, 20 years from now, going to be very different. And it's also recognizing this, right? Like, I mean, why do you still stay together? The person is entirely different, but that's the understanding and communication.
What do you think?
About love.
What's the core component?
Ah, gosh, about love. What do I think about love? To me personally, I can't speak for my entire generation, but to me personally, I find it's the most important feeling in the world. Like I would say that love, I mean, everything to me based on love, whether it is love for the partner, it is love for the children, love for the parents, love for your friends, love for your country or for the society, or love for yourself, which is also very important. Right? So to me, that's one of my major qualities and values. So I really put it like in front.
For me, I feel like, again, I'm just like based on observation. I think it's important in order for a relationship to work in the long term, I think it's important for two like full person to come in together. Two people that have their like life together, you have goals, then you have like your own passions, you have your own interests, you're able to spend time on your own independently, you're not overly reliant. Then I think it's like two whole person coming together. And then I think that's like the key to a long-term relationship.
Some random questions, please give me honest answers. Planning on getting married or not? Hypothetically, ever in this lifetime.
To answer that question, I need to first have someone.
Well, let's say if you were to have someone, would you like to get married? Or marriage, I mean like officially signing the papers, or it's okay to just live together without signing the papers?
Or like common law partner.
Yeah.
I think my super Asian parents would prefer me to
get
like
married.
legally like married, because my mom always says like it's a way of like safeguarding your own rights, you know.
Yes. Okay. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I have like places like I want to get to like aspirations, goals. So I want to be like well off.
Like you mean professionally you want to be stable? Okay.
Professionally
Mentally,
stable,
emotionally.
mentally, emotionally, like yeah, so just like a better person like before I make, you know.
Okay, well now I'm curious. Can you be more specific here? So
What
what
do you mean
does
by
that
better
mean?
person?
If I have to like say like, I don't know, like an age maybe, like
Yes.
I guess 30, 35.
Okay.
Oh.
Then yeah. I think I want to like study for longer as well.
Right. Okay. So kind of establish yourself, see the world, become the woman,
Yes,
and then
yes.
family is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So
At least
marriage or not?
I don't have that pressure from my family because I have like unmarried aunts or aunts who married much later in their life.
Okay.
And so there's
The trailblazers.
yeah, I guess so. But just even my grandma didn't mind. Like my aunt told her from early on that she wasn't going to get married, and she was like, "Yeah, okay, as long as you can take care of yourself." So I don't feel like it's a necessity for me.
So it means you would be comfortable to not getting married at
yeah.
all, hypothetically.
If I meet someone that I like and it's compatible in that way, then yeah, sure. And if I don't meet that person, I mean, the world's really big, so you know, there's lots of other things to do.
Like platonic love.
Yes.
Exactly.
Be
Just me and my
Your
best
friends
friend.
always have your back.
Just me and my best
We
friend
got
in the
you.
same house.
We got you.
Oh gosh, this is so cute. Okay, children. Do you want to have kids, hypothetically speaking? Yes or no? Sorry for putting you on the spot.
Same thing. Like
Same thing.
if you meet the right person, because I know the kind of person I am, and if I married someone who, let's say, was more of a traditional kind of person, where it's like, you take care of the kids, I'll do work. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
But I know I would just take it, and I would like get very resentful. So
Yeah.
I would have to meet the correct person.
Oh, I'm so glad you're so clear about this. Yeah.
Yay.
I think I also second that. Like the partner is really important because I feel like raising a kid or like how many other kids you want, like it's such a big, it's a project, you know, and you can't really do this without someone else, and you need to have like good group mates and like a project. Whether it's like I'm
Teamwork.
so down to like a female commune of women just raising kids together
On their own.
Like
I
that
would
concept.
totally love that.
Like, that's
You
so
know,
cool.
yes.
So like, yeah, so I'm like very big on like, you know, your partner who you're raising the kid with is like
Involved.
Like, it has to
Pulling
they
the
have
weight
to
in the
be
group project.
involved, like they're doing their like, you know, they're pulling their parts. So for me as well, it's like having a kid is very contingent on like the partner that I have. And also like, I don't know, individually, like what are our like wants, right? If I were to have a partner who's like willing to do that and wants to do that and wants to be like a parent, then I'd be like, yeah, sure, like let's like I personally like I'd love to have a kid when I'm well like mentally like
Yeah, when you fully complete,
when you're a
when
full
you're
person.
35, right?
don't want to like, you know, like send any like generational trauma over, you know, like just be a good parent,
Like as good as you can be, right?
yeah. But I don't think it's like a decision. At least for me, I don't think it's a decision I can make just on my own. And like, yeah.
Wow. Gloria.
I would echo a lot of the things that the two have already mentioned, but I would add that I think something to consider, and I've spoken to friends about this, is like also where you are at financially.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Hong
Kids are
Kong.
expensive.
They're so
Yes, it's gonna be.
expensive.
Yes.
Like first of all, housing, and then tuition, and just everything. Like everything is it's way too much. So I think it's a lot of considerations, and
Like material things.
yeah,
together.
for sure, like constraints and stuff. But also for the sake of my future children, I don't think I should like have children because I think I might be a tiger mom.
Oh.
I believe it. I feel like I have it in me.
You have the vibe.
yeah,
You,
like
you don't want to unleash the tigress.
absolutely. Like I would want them to do well in class.
They're going to be great at music, at ballet, at martial
Exactly,
arts, at math,
exactly.
at debates. They're going to be A
Exactly.
students.
No, I can do none of those things.
Can you
So
do ballet?
thank God for my mother. Like she has had no like pressure on me
Do you
whatsoever.
do wushu? Do you do violin? Did you?
No, but
did
I
you go
think that's exactly why I regret it, and that's why I want my children. This is the start of generational trauma.
That might be some.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
She
I
wants to
get it.
stop it. You want to start?
I want to perpetuate it.
You guys
Kidding,
are so funny.
Your bands. Yeah.
But I
Good
kind of
point.
get that.
Good
Yeah.
point.
right?
Good point. Okay, self-love. How about that? So where are you standing with the self-love, and what is self-love to you? Okay, how much do you love yourself on a scale from 0 to 11, where
Oh,
0
11.
don't love at all, 11 love fully?
11.
11 is such a
Number.
0
Yeah.
to 11. Where are you standing? Quickly. 5? Quickly.
9.
8.
You're 9 out of 11. So how do you love yourself that much?
What is
Oh, okay.
How do you
I must
love
say, just because I love myself a lot, I'm also very like self-aware, like of my own like room for improvement. I'm aware of the things I can work on, and there's certainly a lot of those things. But having said that, I'm also so normally out of the 365 days in a year, I love myself for 350 days.
You count. You count.
No, I don't count. Like I'm helping you guys visualize it. Okay, it's for
It's like a
your
circle,
visualization
right? We got
purpose.
it. Yes.
And the rest of the
Percentage.
weeks, sometimes I feel a bit like sad, and then I think it has to do with hormones as well. You know, that time of the month, and then you start just emotions are high, and then you start seeing all the small things, and you start like, oh, I'm not happy about this about myself. I'm not happy about this. I wish I had more. Like this isn't good enough. I'm not good enough. But then once those days are over, then I'm back. Yeah, self-love. again.
Wow.
75%.
Okay, Jimmy.
More. 80% of the
Definitely
year.
more.
Yes. Jamie.
Yeah. Oh, hi. I think self-love is echoing a lot what Gloria said. But I think, yeah, it's kind of treating yourself the way you treat your friend, because I also think when you love your friend, you also understand that they have shortcomings, but that it's shortcomings that's first of all
yourself,
within your
right?
tolerance, and that also you give that allowance to grow, or you just accept it as part of them. And I think it's the same thing for yourself. So being aware that that you're not perfect, that you want to improve certain things, being aware that maybe something's very difficult to change, and that's okay if it takes a while, or maybe, and then also at the same time not being overly critical about everything, because I do feel it's very easy to spiral down into always criticizing yourself. Like because you know your own thoughts. So you go from your own thoughts and you go, oh no, I did this thing and it's really bad. When actually it's not that bad when you look at it from an outsider's perspective.
So be kind to yourself. That's what we're
Yeah,
talking
be
about.
kind and aware.
Yay.
Critical constructively.
Critical constructively. Okay, the
Yeah.
final question for today. Very quickly. If love were a color, what kind of color is that?
Oh, yellow. What?
I love your face, sorry.
She's a philosophy major.
That was
That's
a
why.
philosophy major.
It took a moment. Like purple?
Purple, okay.
I would say red.
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 Okay, yellow, purple,
That's
red.
purple.
Yay! Well, thank you for coming today. I think that was
you for
very
having
enlightening
us.
conversation. So that was Jenny, Vidushi, and Gloria on Yana TV talking about love and relationship and the perspective of their generation, which was tons of fun. And looking forward to hear from you guys. What do you think about love? Let me know in the comments. And happy Valentine's.
They always say that it's a lie. It's a lie. They're always
Like, your
telling me
parents
like,
tell you that?
oh, like you'll find him eventually. Hello,
where's your
it's
boyfriend?
been
Where's your
22
boyfriend?
Well,
years
trust
now.
me, when if you
so-
start coming to 30 and, dating anyone, Asian mom would be, hello, honey.
exactly. Exactly.